All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the audio tag, the source tag, the track tag, and the video tag. Okay, so let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the HTML document. And so let's do what we did before. We're going to do a left bracket, exclamation point, doc type, space HTML, and then close that. And let's hit Control S because we need to save this. And I'm going to go inside of basic HTML tags right here. Save this. I'm going to call this video.html. Okay. And let's add the HTML tag. Whoop. Okay, and then let's add the head tag. And then the title tag. And then we'll put the body tag below the head tag. So we'll do body there. That's good to go. Save that. I'm going to return 2 more times. Go to line 8, tab in. We'll save that. I'm going to go to Google Chrome. And I'm going to type in w3schools.com. We're going to look at what their definition is of the video tag. So let's do video first. Okay, so let's take a look at this real quick. We'll try it for ourselves and play this video. Okay, so you can download the clip. So I'm going to download the clip right here. I'm going to click on this little arrow showing the folder. I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy. I'm going to close this, minimize the browser, minimize Sublime, and in basic HTML tags, let's make a folder here. I'm going to call this video. Okay, and then I'm going to paste that file in there. So let's paste it in there. Let's go back to Chrome and just check out what they did here. So they gave it the video a width of 400 with controls. So that's this. And then they gave it a source of move.bb.mpeg4 and move_bbb.ogg. Okay. So those are the 2 formats that they use. I'm familiar with MPEG-4. I used MPEG-2 when I was in school, learning video editing and production, but OGG I'm not sure, so we're going to Google that, what that is. So let's copy that, and I'm going to go to Google and let's type in video extension OGG, just so that we can find out what it is. What is it and how to open one? Media formats for HTML and video. Let's open this on a new tab here. Okay, so there you go, right here. The OGG container format with the Ethereal video codec and audio codec is supported in desktop and mobile, Gecko, Firefox, Chrome, and Opera, and support format to be added to Safari. So this is a format for the web. It's a video format for the web, and it's supported by all the new browsers. So it's a good practice to use this format. Now, we don't have this video in that format, so we're just going to do the MPEG-4. But when you create your own videos, you'll be able to format it in a way where you'd be able to use it, okay? Okay, so that's the file format. So let's go back to Sublime here. I'll bring this over here. Let's go back to Sublime. And what we're going to do is we're going to type in video. So let's comment this out. This is the video tag. Okay, close that. Type in video. Hit return. Now inside the video tag, we're going to type in width. Let's do 320. The height is going to be 240. We're going to add controls. Okay. Now inside of the video tag, we're going to use source. Okay, so source is going to be our source for the source tag, I should say. We're going to use that for our video. Okay, so we're going to do video slash, and then let's look at what the name of it is right here. It's going to be mov underscore bbb dot mpeg4. mpeg4. There we go. And then what you're going to do for the type is you're going to do video slash mpeg4. Okay, we'll save that. And let's right click and open this in the browser. And there you go. So now we have the video playing, and you can also put it full screen. Very nice. And it stops automatically, which is really cool. So that's a real cool feature that they have. And let's look at, I'm going to open up W3 Schools because I want to show you all the different properties and stuff that they have for the video tag. This is one of my favorite tags. So they have right here, HTML video tag autoplay. So you can add autoplay. Okay, so let's copy that. Let's go into our code, and instead of controls, actually let me see if they put both. Nope, they just have the one or the other. I'm guessing you can do both, but I'm going to fiddle with that in a second. So let's open in the browser. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Let's try it for ourselves here. Okay. So for some reason that doesn't work. I don't know why. Okay, let's try that. Autoplay equals true. Let's open in the browser. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. Well, let's just look at what they did here. I think autoplay is a great feature, but also if you do that, you want to have a controller. So let's do controls. Open in the browser. That way if you need to hit play, you can. I'm not exactly sure why the autoplay doesn't work, but we're going to move on to the next part here. Let me delete this part. Okay, let's go back to W3 Schools, and we're going to go down and we're going to look at the, so here's the browser support first. Okay, so in HTML5 there are 3 supported video formats: MPEG-4, WebM, and OGG. Okay, so I went to school for video motion graphics, and the only one that I've ever heard of is MPEG-4. These are newer ones that they recently created. Now, I do know that if you go to, I use Adobe Encoder, but if you use a video encoder, you can encode to these formats. So that's no problem. Okay, so the media types, same thing. And now you can see here, Internet Explorer, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Opera, all of them support MPEG-4. And this one is from Opera 25, WebM. Some support, some don't. OGG, some support, some don't. the main browsers do. Firefox, Chrome, and Safari doesn't for some reason. But they all support MPEG-4. And I know why Safari does that, because a lot of their QuickTime movies, it's still .mov, but they also have MPEG-4. That's one of their standard formats. So this is the best bet to go with. If you're going to put videos on your website, go with MPEG-4. It's going to be the most compatible. Okay, so now let's look at HTML video methods, properties, and events. So you can see here they use JavaScript to play and pause. You can do big, small, normal. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to build this out. Okay, so let's go back to Sublime, and I'm going to show you how to build that out. And it's pretty cool. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So let's delete all this. In fact, let's do this. Instead of deleting it, we'll delete it. Just delete everything. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So we're going to do a div with a style equal to text align center. Okay, close that, and we're going to close the div. I'm going to return, and we're going to put a button with an on click, play, pause. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in play, pause. Okay, and close the button. Okay, then return, and we'll do button on click equals make big, and then we'll close it. We'll call it big, and then we'll close that. The next one's going to be button on click equals make small. Whoop, there we go. We're going to close that, and we'll do normal. Sorry, we'll do small. Normal's the next one. I'm thinking ahead here. Button on click equals make normal. We'll close that. And we're going to type in normal, and then it'll be button. Okay, so let's save that. We're going to do 2 breaks. Okay, and then we'll do video with an ID of video with an ID of video 1, and the width is going to be 420 pixels. But just 420, so you don't need to type in pixels. And then the source is going to be what we did before. So it's going to be video. If you look up here for a second, video, that's the folder it's in, and then the source is move underscore bbb.mpeg4. Okay, so we'll save that. The type is going to be video / mpeg4. We'll save that, and now we need to write JavaScript. So I'm going to teach a little JavaScript, very basic stuff. Okay, so script. Okay, and we're going to do a variable, so var my video. So the variable is my video. Okay, so that's the name of the video, equals document.get element by ID. Okay, so we're calling for the ID that we created. Now, I want to ask you, can you figure out where that ID is? Because there's only one in the whole page. It's right here. So this is what we're calling. So variable my video, so the variable name is my video. It's equal to this document get element by ID, video 1. Okay, so that's what we're calling for. Now we're going to create a function. So we're going to do function play pause. We'll close that, curly brace, and we're going to do if my video dot pause return my video dot play. Okay, and then we're going to do else my video dot pause. Okay, so these are functions that we're calling. Okay, so play. All right, so we got that. Now let's go down to the next. Let's return twice. We're going to do function make big. Okay, and we'll do this, and we'll do my video dot width equals 560. Okay, and then we're going to do the same. Let's do function make small, and let's do my video dot width equals 320. And then function make normal. Let's keep that close to there. There we go. Curly brace. My video dot width equals 420. So we'll close that, and now when we come back into our page, so let's right click and open in the browser. Now we have the same exact layout and coding that they had on W3 Schools. Okay. Now here's the other thing. So let's close that for a second, and let's go into our video. Video's right here. So if we type in controls and save that and right click and open in the browser again, not only do we have the ability to make it bigger, but you also have the controls right here too. So the cool thing about this is the ability to play and stop. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of the controls. Okay, and we'll save that. We'll right click, open in the browser. So you see that there's a lot of options to play within the video, with the video tag. And really, the cool thing about it is you can customize this player to whatever you want. So you can add this, you can make a button with the play button and then put it wherever. You know, it's not going to be right here, but you could put it below it. You know, so let's do this for example. We could grab the button right here and we could put it down here. Let's open that in the browser. Okay, so it's right next to it, but that's because I didn't put the right break in. So let me close that for a second. And let's copy these breaks and put it below, just like that. Open in the browser. And now you have the play button below, which is super cool. So, that's the video tag. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the audio tag. So I will see you there. Thanks for watching. All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the audio tag. So let's do one thing first. Let's go to Sublime. I'm already in there. I'm going to hit Control N, Control S. We're going to type in audio.html, and then I'm going to type in HTML and hit Tab, and that will autofill our default template for an HTML document. We're going to go to our trusty site, W3 Schools, for some reference. So let's go to w3schools.com, and let's go right here, and let's go down to the audio tag. Okay, so let's look at what they did here. It's similar to the video. Okay, that's a horse. The only difference is you're not showing any video, so it's just a file that you're playing. So there's not as much to it, I don't believe, as video, only because video you gotta format everything, and it's a little more complicated. Let's just put it that way. Let's see what else they offer here. Okay, that's it. So this is similar to the video tag in terms of support. MP3, like MPEG-4 for video, is the standard for web audio. They have WAVE and OGG, but those two are not supported on every browser, as you can see here. So I highly recommend using MP3. As far as properties, they give you, let's see, they have audio controls, okay, and that's pretty much it. So let's go into Sublime now, and we're going to create a audio player so that we can play some audio. And before you do that, let's go into the text editor here, and let's download that audio. And I'm going to show it in the folder. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to close this. I'm going to minimize this. And I'm going to minimize this just for a second. And I'm going to paste it in. I'm going to make a folder called audio. And then I'm going to paste in the audio file. Okay, there it is. So now I'm going to close this. We'll open up Sublime, and we're going to return twice and stay on line 8. I'm going to save, and I'm going to type in audio controls. Okay, we'll close that, and let's comment this out too. This is the audio tag. Okay. All right, so we're going to do source, and we'll hit enter, and then we'll autofill, and we're going to type in audio, and I'm going to show you the source right here. So it's going to be audio and then horse.ogg. Okay, and then the type is going to be audio dash ogg. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so excuse me, let's right click and let's open in the browser, and I'm going to bring this over because it opened on the wrong side. That's okay. And there you go. So now the audio tag works the way that it's supposed to. It's not very robust, and it's not very they don't really have much in here. You can mute it, you can scrub, but this clip is only 1 second, so there's not a lot you can do. It's similar to the video tag, but they don't have all these features on there. I suppose we could try to do that. Let's try that. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go into our video.html tag, or page, I mean, and we're going to grab all of this. Let's copy it, and let's go to the audio section, and we're going to build a custom audio player. So we're going to give the audio an ID. So let's give it an ID of video 1. Okay. And the source is this right here. So let's do this. So let's grab this. We're going to copy that, and we're going to paste it into here. Okay. And there you go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tab this in. I'm going to right click, I'm going to open in the browser, and let's see if that worked. There you go. Now it didn't play anything here, but it worked because when I play it, these don't work because they're not supposed to. But play and pause works great. So that it did the effect that I wanted it to do. I wanted it to play and pause. And so you can see how you can interchange the functionality between the two. And we can delete all these, okay? We'll save that, and let's delete all these functions because we only want the play and pause. Okay, so let's open that in the browser. Okay, so you can see here we did. Okay, now let me close that again, and now what we're going to do is we're going to delete this, and I'm going to save this. I'm going to open it in the browser, and now there you go. So now you have kind of a custom button here to play your audio clip. And if you wanted to, I mean, you could build a custom player. And with some CSS, let's see if we can do this. You would have to do, I want to try that just for fun. Let's have a little fun with this. Let's do audio hashtag. Oh, let's do style first. So we're going to do style, close that. We're going to do audio hashtag, which is ID, video 1. Okay, and let's do display none. Okay, now let's right click, open in the browser. There you go. So now all you have is the play and pause button. So if you wanted to put like a graphic of my latest podcast or whatever, and then put the play pause button there, and no video and no audio player, you could hide it and just have this button, and then you could replicate that 10 times over if you wanted to add a custom feel to your media player instead of just having this, which is, let me delete this for a second. And I'll go back. Let's open in the browser. If you didn't want to have this with the scrubbing to take away that feature and just have the play pause button, that's a good way to do it. Now, to go further than this, to style this, I highly recommend doing this. If we go to Google and we type in customize audio tag HTML5, okay, and I'm going to look for like this. If you go to CodePen, you can actually see the code there, and you can see how they customize it. So that's really cool. You see this? So right here they have the that's really cool. So you could do something like this on your page. Now it requires a lot of styling, so you need 223 lines of styling just to get to that, which is fine, you know, if it's, because if it's just one file and then you have multiple, let's say that you're doing a podcast, this is a way that you could customize your player so that every time that they go to a video or an audio player, it's customized to you, and you can easily find what you're looking for with Google. So if you just look a little bit and research, you'll find it. CodePen.io is a great resource. The other one I would check out is Stack Overflow. And this one, I'm going to right click and open a new tab. This is where you can actually ask questions and people will respond to you fairly quickly. I'd say within a day or two, depending on what it is. And this is like a forum for developers, and they'll come in and they'll show you the code that they've used to make their players work. You see here, this guy's trying to learn how to edit and master a custom audio player, which these are the kind of things that get me excited, because this is a very important tool to have as a developer, because everybody is doing podcasts and videos and all that. And so the more that you're up on this skill, the better you'll be and the more marketable you'll be to people as well. And this is a great tag. I mean, I love the audio and video tag. I think they're great. Probably one of the best tags that they've developed for HTML5. And not only that, but they've made it extremely user-friendly and extremely modern to the modern world of YouTube and Vimeo and all the other, social media websites out there. So they just did a great job with it, and it gives them the ability, it gives anybody the ability to create a video and put it on their website and make it look extremely nice. Because this right here is a beautiful player. I mean, that's phenomenal. Now, the only thing is I would put a volume button here. I wouldn't just have a play and pause button with the time code, because you want to be able to mute. Now, you can mute up here. If you right click, you can mute the site. So you do have the ability to do that in Chrome, but it's better to give the user the option to mute the content so that they have full control of what they're doing. And so you got to think about the user first. Think of yourself as the user and what would you want when you're on a website. And then you'll understand web development. You'll understand user interface. You'll understand user experience. All those things you'll understand better if you are focused on the user. So this is definitely focused on the user, because what you're doing is you're making this the focal point. This is the focal point. This is, I guess they're saying this is episode 100. It's called Big Ones, in July 26, 2016. So it has a way to show what it's about, the date, and it's very simple, but it's very straightforward too. The other thing you could do too is you could create a playlist off of this. Now, that's something you're going to have to research and find out with, Google or Stack Overflow, but it's a great tool, like I say, to check out these sites and get ideas and brainstorm and throw stuff against the wall and see what sticks. Okay, so I strongly encourage you to do that. So in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to use all the tags. We're going to use all the skills, I should say, not all the tags. We're going to use all the skills that we've gathered in this 2.5-hour course. It may be 3 hours, whatever it is. And we're going to build a humongous website. We're going to build a 10-page website, a robust website that we're going to build it out completely. Okay? It's going to be a big project. It'll be a lot of fun, and it's going to be 10 pages. Okay? So in the next video, we're going to get started on our final project for HTML5. I'm super excited to get there, because this is kind of not the introduction to HTML now. We're in more advanced HTML5, but it's very exciting because we're nearing the end of this course, and you've done a great job so far. Following along with me, just typing out the tags and finding out what they are and testing them out. And now you have a resource. Let's go to Sublime real quick. You have a resource of all the tags here. So if you think about it, when we started, how many tags did we go over? We went over a lot, okay? And then we expanded from there. And so you have a vast knowledge now of HTML5. And here's the other thing that I'm going to show you before I go, is if you go to Mozilla, okay, so Mozilla, it's called Developers, let's see, Mozilla Developer Network, okay? This is another resource that I want you to check out. So if you right-click on HTML and open in the new tab, okay, this is the Mozilla Developer Network. So they have not unlimited resources, but a huge library of resources for HTML. So if you didn't understand something, or need assistance, this is where you should look. Also, if you have questions, by all means, send me an email. Send me a comment on Udemy, okay? Send me an email, send me a message, and I will respond to you, and I will help you in any way that I can. But this is a fantastic resource. The project that we're going to do now is going to consist of a lot of the tags that we used. And here's what you're going to find out as well, is that all the tags that we went over, some of them you'll never use. But it's very important that you're able to identify a resource that you can use to find those tags if you needed to. And so that's what I'm providing to you, is the resources to find those. And also you want to be able to find solutions. So if you run into an issue, how do I make this? Okay, let me look on the Mozilla Developer Network, and let me look in their docs. Or let me go to w3schools.com, or let me go to Stack Overflow, or let me go to CodePen. See, these are resources that you can use on top of what I'm teaching you so that you can find the problems, the answers to the problems that you're having, okay? And like I say, I'm always available, and I always have my phone with me, so I will answer any questions that you have as quickly as I can and as accurately as I can. And if I don't know something, I'll find out for you, because I don't know everything, but I know a lot, and I love HTML5. So with that being said, in the next video, we're going to spend a good chunk of time building a 10-page website. We're going to build it out from scratch, and then I'm going to introduce you to CSS from there, okay? Thanks for watching.